Hello, welcome back to my Thaumcraft 4.1 tutorial series. So in the last episode we showed you how to automate the Liquid Essentia system with golems, and I told you that straw golems are not a very good choice for this because they can't carry very much at one time. And I thought we'd covered some other golems, but apparently we haven't. So we're going to do some of that right now. So opening up our Thaumonomicon and clicking on the Golemancy tab, we see there are more golems besides just straw ones. So the first type you can get are wooden golems, or we could if we had some more modus. So let's go get some points for modus. Alright, there we go. So now I can purchase wooden golems. And that opens up even more stuff, like flesh golems and clay golems. So let's go ahead and open up clay golems. And let's see here. That opens up stone golems. Let's see, I need more spiritus and modus to get that. So let's go get some spiritus and modus. Notice if you try to shift click but don't have the aspects to build it, it puts it down here in your tab. That's a little bit confusing, I think. So if that happens, you probably don't have what you need to put the points together. Like in this case, I ran out of Victus. Okay, and we needed more modus. Alright, there we go. And get stone golems. And there's even iron golems. There's lots and lots of golems in Thaumcraft. So, what do the different types of golems do? Why would you want a stone golem, or a clay golem, or a wood golem, or a straw golem? What's the difference between these various types of golems? Well, basically, when you go down the line, they have different properties. And they'll tell you basically what they are by hovering over them. Straw golems, simple magical minions. They're your basic golem. And if you go into the Thaumonomicon page for them, you will find they have attributes. Durability, very low. Strength, very low. Self-repair, average. Carry limit 1. Speed, fast. Upgrades, 1. So, durability. If you hit them, they're going to break. They've got 10 hit points. I don't know what to call them. They're not hearts. They've got a number on there. Or at least, if you look at them with Wayla, you'll see a number. So, come here, little golem. Oh, they do have hearts. Okay, so they have 5 hearts, which is 2 points of damage per heart. That's how I got to the 10. Alright, so what else do they have? Their strength, very low. They're not strong. It does a couple other things with strength. Strength usually is how quickly they can do a task that requires strength. We'll get a couple examples later. Self-repair, average. So these things will heal themselves. Average means, they're okay. They're not the best, not the worst. If you hit them, he will heal. So, carry limit of 1. That is the biggest thing that's impacting our Liquid Essentia system right now. He carries one thing of liquid, I don't even know what to call it, one thing of Liquid Essentia from the alembic to the jar. So to fill a jar, he'd have to make 64 trips back and forth. As you can see in the background, him running back and forth, it takes a while. I mean, he'll do it, but it's going to be kind of slow. Speed, fast. Okay, so there we go. The first advantage of a straw golem. They are fast. So, and upgrades 1. That water upgrade we put on there, he's got 1 upgrade already. He can't have 2. Okay, so how does that contrast with the other golems? Well, the first one you can get after the straw golems are the wood golems. The wood golems are pretty similar, but their durability is below average. Their strength is low, so that makes them stronger than the straw ones. Yeah, so these are both very low. It's just low and below average on these two. Self-repair is the same. The carry limit is 4. The speed is above average, but not fast. So wooden golems can carry more, but they're slower. So using a wood golem, I don't know, might be about the same. Actually, I would think the wood golems would be a little bit better. Um, they have to make fewer trips, and the speed is still above average. They're not slow, they're just not fast. So, what else do we have? Well, there's clay golems. Clay golems have average durability, average strength, they're slow to self-repair, but they have a carry limit of 8, and their speed is average. So, this is usually the type of golem I think you might want to make for an Essentia system. It can carry a full file of Essentia, a full 8. The speed is average, so they're okay. So I find these to work pretty well. And the upgrades again are 1. And you've seen pretty much all of them have 1 upgrade. What I haven't shown you is the ones next to them. We've been going down the line. These are the different types of golems. Now, I haven't researched flesh and tallow golems, but my understanding is that it's basically the same properties, except you get a second upgrade. So maybe we'll look into that in a second. And then there are the stone golems, strong but slow. So they've got a big carry limit, they're slow, and they have above average strength. And iron golems, let's see here, I need Permutatio, Modus, and Spiritus. Permutatio, Modus, oops. I need more Mortus. Okay, I think that's enough. There we go. And iron golems, which leads to thaumium golems. Thaumium golems, probably going to be the best, but I've never researched them actually, so we'll see later on. Iron golems, high durability, high strength, very slow self-repair, but they're pretty durable. That may not be such an effect. Carry limit, 32. Speed, very slow. Okay, so iron golems, there's ups and downs to each of these types. Unless thaumium golems are really great, I'm guessing there's no magical all-purpose super golem. So you're going to need to make your choices. Thaumcraft is a lot about choices, things you choose to get one thing or another. So let's build a clay golem. I told you I'd probably use a clay golem to do the Essentia system. So how do you make that? It's basically, I think all of these are the same for this whole row. 4 Humanus, 4 Modus, and 4 Spiritus. And then you just chuck in the various catalysts. So it's bricks for the clay golem. So let's get some bricks. You know what? Let's get a stone bricks too. And I'll show you why the stone golem is stone bricks. I'm going to make one of each of these for things we're going to be doing in just a minute. So we'll start, and it needs Motus, it needs Humanus, and it needs, me to spell correctly, Spiritus. So there we go. A file of each of those. That's going to be 8, enough for 2 golems of the basic kind anyway. So I'll chuck that into the crucible. Huh. Not sure what I'm doing wrong yet. Alright, let's get that stuff out of there and get some fun flux up in the air. Humanus, Motus, Spiritus. Okay. Humanus, Motus, Spiritus, bricks. Humanus, Motus, Spiritus, stone bricks. Okay, really not sure why that didn't work. Let's try it again. It's a stone brick slab. I don't want that. There we go. That's a brick slab. What are these things? Well, that'd be why it didn't work. Put the wrong thing in your crucible, of course it's not going to work. Alright. Okay, look at him. He's still working on this. Alright. Come back here, little buddy. We're done with you. And I went ahead and shift left clicked. Looks like we didn't get our range upgrade back. Oh well. So I'm going to cheat me another one of those. Yeah, oftentimes you don't get the upgrades back. And it's not water, it's aqua. I thought it was. Let's go upgrade water. Okay, so here we go. So see, there's still potentia, there's still stuff all over the place in here. So there we go. And I'm not sure why, but they seem to start out damaged. Every time I place them, a clay golem, it started out like that. Animation core, upgrade. And we have to tell it where things are. So, here's where things are. There we go. This one should be done a lot faster. Yeah. It will still take some time to go through your system, but he's going to empty 8 at a time. It was 51, now it's 59. So he's going to be a much better helper for us in the system. And again, you're not going to be, running this all the time. And even if you are, he's just going to sit here and work. So it shouldn't be that bad to let him run. Now, if we had a better golem, maybe we could do more. Now, here's the problem. We don't have a void jar. He's got nowhere to sit that. So I guess I'll tell him there. And let's tell him here. So now he can go dump in these jars too. Perfect. So until we get void jars for everything, you're going to have a few problems. But there we go, our first upgraded golem. Alright, so why'd I make the stone golem? Well, I thought we might set up an automated tree farm. Give me a second, check tile, I'll be right back. Okay, so I don't think we're going to have enough time to do the tree farm in this episode, but I did want to show you that I put 50 void jars here and labeled each one and put some in there. So I believe 50 jars is as many as you need. I think there are only 50 aspects. That's based on NEI's Essentia that you can get, so that could be wrong. But they can walk over the top of jars, so you don't have to put any space between them. So, I now have him touching only that one air jar, and he can get all the way over here to the permutatio jar. So, no problem doing that. So, that's a little bit better with the clay golem. So, what other kinds of golems might we be interested in? Well, the clay golem is pretty nice for this, but we might be able to make him better if we made him a tallow golem. So let me see here. I don't seem to have any paper in my inventory. Alright, and let me go get the research for that. Back in a minute. Okay, so I've got the completed research for tallow golems. Tallow golems, it's the same as clay golems, except their self-repair is average rather than low. So they're average all around, carry limit's the same, but the upgrades are 2. So we could add the water upgrade and some other upgrade. But one of the things about putting the jars like this is that he doesn't need a range upgrade anymore. This is the farthest jar from where he's standing, and he has no problem getting to it. So this water upgrade, no longer necessary in this setup. So what other upgrades could we use to make him useful? Well, we could use the earth upgrade, making your golem stronger. So this upgrade is going to increase the carry limit between 4 and 16. It says dependent on the golem's base carry limit. I don't know if that means because he can only carry 8 at a time. He'll carry 4 more, make it 12. I'm not really sure yet. We can test that though. So let's get some more gold nuggets and an earth shard and see if we can test that. So got plenty of gold nuggets and an earth shard. I want to get an air shard for a minute. Alright, so all the upgrades, just like this, gold nuggets around the edges, and a shard in the middle, and 10 of whatever you're making. There we go. An earth upgrade, which will make him stronger. So, what do we still have in here? We've still got a lot of arbor in there. So I'm going to tell him to stop doing that. And we are going to empty this jar. By the way, if you do want to just empty your jar, if you right-click on the lid, shift, right-click on the lid, just empties out. It's gone now. So, there we go. Should have kept that label, but that's okay. Alright, so I'll stick my clay golem there. And wasn't quite ready for him to go to work yet. Alright, let's see here. Let me empty these alembics. Get me some files. Alright, there we go. The alembics are empty. So, set my golem back down. He still has his core. Everything should be working. Get my bell. Make sure he's still attached. Yep, he is still attached. So, let's get him the earth upgrade. That should make him stronger. And we'll get a stack of oak wood. Now, he'll start as soon as he can. So the first thing he's going to do is carry probably 1 as soon as it gets over here and starts making this. But after that, he should start carrying like 12. So there were 9 in that one. So that's already 1 more than he had before. So where is he doing now? Okay, 21 minus 9 is some number. I don't know. 28, yeah, that would be 12. 12 plus 9 will be 21. So he is carrying 12 at a time now, rather than his previous, just 8. So that's a nice one. Another upgrade is the air upgrade, making your golem faster. So we can make him faster. But we can't make that clay golem faster and stronger. It's an either-or kind of thing. But we could make a tallow golem that was strong and fast. So let me get rid of that, then he won't go to the jars. And we'll get this air upgrade. Gold nuggets, air shard, 10V, improves speed. And let's see here. Let's just take him apart. Alright, we're going to go over to our tallow golems. You need 9 of this magic tallow to make a tallow block. It's just a basic recipe. We've made tallow before. We use that to make the candles. So I'm going to get a tallow block. Now, for these advanced 2 upgrade golems, you actually need 8 Modus, Spiritus, and Humanus. So not just 4 anymore. So when we make a Tallow Golem, it's going to require more Essentia. Let me see if I've got some. Looks like I don't, so we needed Spiritus, we needed Humanus, and we needed Modus. I will have a terrible memory. Alright, hopefully I've got the right stuff this time. There we go. A single Tallow Golem. Gonna attach him over there. And looks like we did not get our Earth upgrade back. Like I've said before, you don't generally get your upgrades back when you take apart a Golem. That's just what it is. So let me get another one of those. Whatever they call it. Earth upgrades. So there we go. He now has both upgrades. Let me get the Golemancer's Bell. There we go. And you can see he's much faster at running back and forth than the Clay Golem was. So there we go. Here's a much nicer system for doing our Liquid Essentia than the pipes, using golems, and even improving it by using void jars with multiple golems. So you can see that it's empty right now, so he'll come back and he'll carry. There we go, 16. Huh, 16. Thought he was doing 12. Huh. What does the Thaumanomicon say for the Earth upgrade? Okay, it increases the limit by between 4 and 16, dependent on the Golem's base count. So it looks like he's actually going to double his upgrade. So, okay. A lot of experimentation in Thaumcraft, finding out, you know, just what you're doing. But, alright, that's a pretty good stopping point. I did want to mention one thing about this Essentia mirror. Something I've noticed is that breaking the block the Essentia mirror is on can sometimes break the mirror. It should just drop off, but if I break it, that mirror's gone. Yeah, it's just gone now. So make sure to break the mirror and not the block the mirror is sitting on when you get an Essentia mirror bag, or you're going to have to recreate it. Alright, see you next time.